Hiyo, Cryo here. Welcome back to my Minecraft Let's Play. So, as you may have noticed, I did end up getting all of the stuff that I was setting out to get. So I got the maxed out netherite gear. It just took a really long time here. Yeah, so I'm bringing you with some shulker boxes here, but let me go over what I got. So I got all my enchanted netherite gear. It's actually more improved than it was before. Before I thought it was maxed out. Apparently it was not. Because when I was enchanting my chestplate, it came with thorns 3 on it. So I was like, you know, that's interesting. So you can have protection 4 and thorns on it. I thought they were mutually exclusive for some reason. Turns out that's not it's not true. It's false. So yeah, so now I have thorns 3 on all my equipment, which means that the enemy will take damage when they attack me, which is good. Yep, and then I gave them all names. We got Frost Breath. I renamed them. I checked back in my old videos to make sure I got the names right. It's got Frost Breath, the Frozen Wing still, Frigid Pants is new, Chronic Treads are the same, and then Ice Chest. And you may not also have noticed, got a whole bunch of empty maps. It's because I'm going to be going exploring. Explore a whole bunch of biomes. I found out about mapping and how to do it completely wrong. Well, I mean, not necessarily, but there's a far more efficient way. I just figured out, learned. So I can actually, yeah. So these are all the maps leading up to 10,000 blocks. This villager, for some reason, is in my, or at least his llamas are in my house. Are you invisible? Yeah, it is. Okay. Well, that's cool. That's fine. No, I'll let him be for now. Anywho, yeah, please take your alpacas and leave. Exit. Okay, great. Before I was so rudely, no, get out. So you can zoom out maps by putting a map that's filled out in here. Add a piece of paper and boom, zooms out. You can do that up to 4 times. I've done this. I've zoomed out twice so far on this specific map, which is actually, well, I took the map from here, and the total amount of blocks that it'll cover is 2048 by 2048, which means I need to make about 5 maps in each direction. Not entirely sure yet, but yes, I have a whole slew of maps in here. They kind of went to waste because they're just normal maps, and I don't want to take the time to figure out which maps are at which coordinates, really. So I'm gonna go ahead, take a cat nap. Haha, funny joke, right? Yeah, not really, though. It wasn't that funny. And I'll just kind of fly around like this and map out the entire area of the 2048 by 2048. It'll take a while, most definitely, but I think it'll be worth it. So I can have a cool looking map diagram and I don't have to fill a wall, because like it took about maybe 70, 80 maps or so just to map out 10,000 blocks. Because one regular old map has 128 by 128 blocks, I believe it is. Man, my base looks so minuscule compared to the. I mean, this isn't even the map's final form. Yeah, sorry, just went all announcer voice there. I can barely see my base, so I guess I'll have to make like a gigantic landmark that you can see on a fully zoomed out map. Just so I'll be able to find my base. I mean, I guess I don't really need to, because I usually just use coordinates anyways. My base is at the origin of the world. approximately, like, at coordinates 0, 0. At least x and z value-wise. And switch out to rockets. Hey, I'm above. What is this? Soaring above the clouds. And so, I also realized, like after I was done mapping out the first 10,000 blocks or so, that, you know, all this scenery stuff would probably make for a really good montage, which we haven't had for a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and cut to a montage now of a mapping montage. our mapping session is finally complete. Here is the finished project here. So we have the origin, which is the center where my base is. That little green triangle arrow thing right there. And this is where I am right now. That's where my base is. Let me take out the little map here. Yeah, so you can barely even see my base. It's like a very tiny little black dot in the upper left corner of the origin map. So each of these maps is 2,048 blocks long, which means that the total kind of encompassing area of this would be 6,144 on all these sides here. Now we got the southwest, south, and southeast. You know, all the cardinal directions. I'm not sure if that's the proper usage of the term. I have all the directions is what I'm trying to say. Outside the origin. And I gotta say, it looks very, very good. So, clearly that first time I went looking for ice when I was originally planning to make like an ice bridge of sorts, clearly I didn't look in the right directions or far enough. So we have a desert down here. Got quite a few ice patches in the eastern part of the world. And it's kind of hard to tell what the jungle is, but the jungle is like these very heavily forested areas, I believe. I know for sure there's like jungles and stuff in the south. And let me take a look at what biomes I can't really see the specific biomes I've discovered. I've discovered 36 out of 42 of them, so I need to find 6 more. I'll probably do some digging around the files to see if I can find out which biomes I still need to visit. And yeah, I think the mapping will do for this episode, just because it took quite a while. And yeah, so I get my mending wings up. I don't want to repair it with the phantom membrane. I know you can, but I only want to save that as like a last resort. Because as long as these have mending on them, I can just repair them with the EXP. So I don't have to get multiple pairs of the Elytra. So yeah, on the next episode, I'm planning on getting the advancement pertaining to breeding all the animals. More specifically, I'm going to make a zoo of sorts. I'm not sure particularly where, because it's going to need to fit species from every single biome. I know there's like a couple species that you can't breed them unless they're in a very specific area, like sea turtles, for example. You can't breed them unless they are in their like area that they spawned in, which might be an issue. I can always set up another portal and then, yeah, I'll make sure to do a whole lot of research before I set up my zoo anywhere. But I will have a zoo containing most of the animals, if not all of them. It depends again on the breeding requirements of all of them. So until next time, remember to stay cool, and I will see you guys in the next video.